Jake, I'm gonna get you out of here. I want to save some for the imagination because I'd love to get you back on.
We're gonna be back, baby.
Yeah, once the series gets a little closer, everything gets released, everything again. BreakingTheCursefilm.com is where you can check out some of the early works, the trailer, everything else. I know we're all highly anticipating it because of, just again reliving those memories. And again, we're talking 10 years, the date. And like I said, it's hard to believe it's been 10 years. Time flies by, I guess, when you're having fun. But I'll ask you before I get you out of here again. I feel like asking, to pick one favorite memory from then is like almost unfair. But when you look back, maybe like an off the wall story or just kind of a fun, did you know type of fact from that 2011 season, that 2011 team, maybe even there's that series against Florida. Or something that sticks out to you from that time, from winning that title, whether on field or off field at Carolina.
Yeah.
That you can tell on there.
Yeah. A number of stories.
I know with that group, there's plenty of stories that are better saved for the house.
Yeah, I've talked about making a whole like X-rated DVD side note to like send to the teammates because there's some funny stories.
Probably the best teams in school history on the field and the hardest partiers off of it. Some of them at least.
100%, man. Yeah. And so, with that in mind, we lived in the retreat.
Oh, and, yeah.
You can probably find the story about me in the retreat, but there was one point, I remember there was this, this is true. This is funny. So this doesn't really have anything to do with baseball, but it's a funny story. So, I lived with, three baseball players. Next door to us was 4. And then across the street was 3 others. So it was like a family dynamic. We had all these family dinners together. We're always together in the retreat. So, which is a college neighborhood.
Right.
And we had heard wind that there was going to be this big sorority party. So we were like, okay, whatever. And but literally we lived where we lived in our backyard was the huge courthouse. So you literally step out and it's this huge courthouse, like wide open area. Right. And so I remember all we had to do was just step out and there's 400 kids in the backyard now, right? One night. And so we walk out and we knew the cops were coming. It was only a matter of time, right? It was just a massive gathering, hundreds of kids. And so we all had kind of like our plan of like when that happened, like what we were going to do, how, we just had to walk back to our house. So it was fine. But I remember what happened was, all of a sudden, like you can hear the cops are coming, and it was a line of like 12 cop cars come in, and everyone. And I swear, this is what I remember hearing is, and so everyone's starting to scatter, and I remember it was me and Walker. We stuck together, so we were like, all right, dude, we got to get back to the house somehow. And so we're like ducking around trees and corners. But before we really took off, I hear a cop on his loudspeaker saying, if you run, we will tase you. And so, dude, literally there's hundreds of kids going in every direction. I'm looking back. I see a 5'2" girl get tackled into the trees. I do see a guy get tased. People are dropping down and we're just like running around. Like, we snuck back to our house and we're fine, of course. But like, dude, it was just this completely wild, like
just a hilarious. No big deal.
We will tase you, and they did.
Just another night at the retreat. You gotta love that. We're
another Walker, man. Like I remember one weekend he went like 13 for 14. It's just like typical. 3 home run. You're like, this is the best hitter any of us have ever seen. Right. Just like, there's so many stories like that. Like I said, for me, we had this tightness. Like we had this real tightness that. I came from a group at Riverside High where we had that similar tightness, but I had never been on a team that there was such a brotherhood and such a chemistry and I was a complete black sheep on that team, like very much doing my own thing. I was the only male athlete in the entire journalism school.
Really? Wow.
When I was there, so I was always kind of like doing my own thing and this and that, but still was a leader on that team. And it was like, we all had our play and our part and like knew how we could lean and rely on each other. I think that was maybe one thing that just sticks to mind is like the chemistry of those groups, man. It's just like something that you never would find again. And each of them says the same and how it was just this seriously incredible group. And again, Tanner allowed that to happen. These coaches allowed that to happen. You got to wait till you see some of these bus ride videos I have.
That's the best memories.
Madness.
Man. That's the best memories, the bus rides. Honestly, man, that's where like the real memories are made.
And so, that was it, man. These teams are special. As we said, could be arguably the greatest of all time.
Yeah.